welcome back to the Bodyful Minds podcast. More you, less noise. Today's episode is about a truth we don't talk about enough. Many of our challenges aren't really us versus them. They're us versus us. Something in the outside world triggers a reaction in us, but what unfolds is actually an inner battle. To make this more concrete, let me start with a simple example from my own life. If you've listened to this podcast before, you know I'm an avid runner. And if you didn't know, now you do. Running is where I notice some of these patterns most clearly. So here's what happens. If I'm out running, even just warming up, and another runner passes me, my legs instantly want to speed up too. It's not a conscious decision, my body just reacts. On the flip side, if I get stuck in a crowd of runners or even people just walking in the park, I feel this almost urgent need to break free and run faster. Now, the other runners obviously have nothing to do with me. They're simply running their pace, doing their training. But something inside of me is triggered. Let's say it's probably competitiveness when they pass me, or wanting control when I'm stuck, or just discomfort when I feel boxed in. But it's all happening within me. And here's where this connects to our everyday lives as mums. We've got those situations we face there are much more complex than running, but similar dynamics evolve. So that first situation, wanting to run faster when someone passes me, is exactly like the comparison trap we often fall into as mothers and professionals. Another mum at the playground looks more patient than us. A colleague seems more productive or more together at work. On Instagram, families look picture perfect while ours feels chaotic. And just like with running, our body reacts before we've even thought it through. Maybe it's a knot in the stomach, a tightening in the throat, or restless energy in our legs and arms. That's our body's way of saying, catch up, you're behind. But here's the truth. We never know the full story. The calm-looking mum might have lost her patience 10 minutes earlier. That super productive colleague might be heading toward burnout. And Instagram? Well, we all know it's a highlight reel. Still, our brain loves to confirm what it already believes. Psychologists call it confirmation bias. If deep down we believe we're not good enough, our brain is constantly scanning the world for proof of that. And the body feels it instantly. The second running example, wanting to break free from the crowd, ties to another big theme for ambitious mums. Our need for control when things feel uncontrollable. Picture this. Your toddler has a meltdown in the supermarket. Or your boss gives unexpected negative feedback. Or client is unhappy. What often happens? Our brain goes into autopilot. It wants the discomfort to stop fast. So we react quickly. Maybe we give in to the chocolate bar that caused the tantrum. Maybe we over-explain to the boss. Maybe we promise the client more than we can deliver. The goal is to shut down the discomfort. But the real issue isn't the toddler or the boss or the client. It's our own nervous system saying, "This feels unsafe. Get me out of here." And here's the kicker. Often what makes it worse is the presence of others, the judgment we imagine from strangers in the supermarket, the assumptions we think colleagues are making about us, or the fear of what our boss might conclude about our performance. Again, it's not them. It's our own body and brain reacting, often with incomplete information. So what can we do about this? This is where body awareness comes in. You guessed it if you've been listening for a while. Because our body gives us signals. Tightness, heat, racing heartbeat, shallow breath, clenched teeth, clenched jaw, and many more. Everybody is a bit different there. Long before our brain has put the story together, these signals appear. If we can notice those cues in the moment, we gain a choice. Instead of reacting on autopilot, we can pause. A few simple ways to start. Notice where the discomfort shows up in your body. Is it your stomach, your throat, your chest? Sometimes it even works to just imagine those situations and you can pinpoint what happens in your body so that you can recognize it when it's the actual real situation happening. And what do you do when it happens, when you notice? You start by taking one deeper breath and trying to lengthen the exhale. And feel your feet on the ground, to literally ground yourself. It can be just that tiny pause. And it might only last a few seconds, but it interrupts the spiral. It helps you stay present with yourself, your child, your colleague, without letting comparison or discomfort drive the reaction. And when practiced regularly, body awareness creates more calm, more clarity, and more confidence. So next time you notice yourself speeding up to catch someone else's pace, whether on a run, on Instagram, or at work, pause and ask, is this really about them, or is this about me? Your body will tell you, and the more you listen, the more freedom you'll have to respond in ways that feel true to you, not dictated by comparison, discomfort, or imagined judgment. Thanks for tuning in to the Body for Minds podcast. If today's episode resonated with you, I'd love it if you shared it with another ambitious mum who might need this reminder too. And as always, you can find me on Instagram at bodyful_minds for more tips and inspiration. Until next time, more you, not more to do.